Good day, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith, and this is your JIS News for Friday, January 16. Prime Minister Portia Simpson-Miller has declared that her administration continues to place high priority on dealing with human trafficking and particularly the trafficking of children. She was speaking with the JIS News following Thursday morning's National Leadership Prayer Breakfast held at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Proceeds from the event will go to the Theodore Project in Negril, which helps youth vulnerable to human trafficking by providing them with remedial education, skills training and empowerment. Mrs. Simpson-Miller voiced support for the cause, pointing out that intervention to address human trafficking is one of two issues she has consistently championed at international fora like the United Nations.
Every year when I go to the UN and speak, there were two things I always put in my presentation. One, the question of human trafficking and the trafficking of children. And then I always place the question of the United States of America to remove the embargo against Cuba. So that's very critical. I think the children are the future of the country.
In the meantime, recommendations from the country's 2014 Trafficking in Persons report will be submitted to Cabinet on Monday. The report is coming from the Public Order Committee of Cabinet. Minister of National Security Peter Bunting says chief among the recommendations is the appointment of a special rapporteur for human trafficking issues.
I believe that recommendation will be accepted by Cabinet, and that will give a sort of independent local office who will be able to assess objectively our progress and our initiatives in regard to preventing human trafficking.
Minister Bunting spoke with JIS News following Thursday's National Leadership Prayer Breakfast, which was held under the theme, Return, Reconnect, Rebuild with God. The Prime Minister read the first lesson while the opposition leader read the second lesson. The keynote address was delivered by pastor of the Calvary Baptist Church, Reverend Everton Jackson. Residents and businesses in Port Antonio will soon be able to enjoy the full benefits of the $1.83 billion Port Antonio Water Storage and Drainage Project. Portfolio Minister Robert Pickersgill toured the project this week and announced that much of the work was complete.
18 kilometers or 100% of the pipelines have been laid and commissioned into service.
He said only an additional small drainage conduit near the bus bay, which was requested in December, was outstanding. The project is being undertaken by the National Water Commission. It's aimed at addressing water supply deficiencies in Port Antonio and adjoining communities while providing supporting wastewater and drainage systems and services.
The work on the project involved the laying of 10 kilometers of new water pipelines, the laying of 6 kilometers of sewer pipelines, construction of large concrete box culverts, the laying of new drainage pipes, and the construction of 3 pumping stations.
Since work started on September 9, 2013, the Port Antonio Water Storage and Drainage Project has employed as many as 309 persons a month at a total labor cost of between $400 and $550 million. Rehabilitation work costing over $24 million is to begin next week on the Old Porous Road in Manchester. The 1.9-kilometer stretch of roadway, which serves as a bypass, will benefit residents of the area, including farmers.
It is a road that it is very, very important to those who have to travel to Mandeville, to Westmoreland. Although it's a parish council road, we take the decision that we want this one because we have to have alternative routes.
The contract for the 3-month project was awarded to China Harbour Engineering Company and Dwight's Construction Limited. And finally, the Ministry of Education, through the National College for Educational Leadership, NCEL, is aggressively upgrading the competencies of principals and senior school personnel to become more effective instructional leaders. In a statement to Parliament on Tuesday, Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaites revealed that NCEL trained 1,270 school leaders last year.
Mr. Speaker, it can't be any longer that a person is promoted to the role of principal on the basis only of their seniority or some other factor.
Minister Thwaites said it would soon become mandatory for persons seeking to fill vacancies as principals to have the professional qualification for principalship. The certification is granted to persons who complete the ministry's Aspiring Principals program, which is being delivered by NCEL in partnership with the University of the West Indies. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Carrie-Ann Smith. Thanks for watching.